Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome. We are Sean and Michelle Clark. Just removing that. We are Sean and Michelle Clark. We are the owners of
Double Dutch Aerobics. And we are also the host of
the Jumpin' Juice 10,000. What is the Jumpin' Juice 10,000, babe?
So the Jumpin' Juice 10,000 is a 10-day juice cleanse with 10,000 people where we don't eat any food, no chewing.
No food?
Mm-mm.
So how do we live?
Hello, fruits and vegetables.
What about my protein? I'm sorry.
Me. Jesus' food is complete, all right? So we get fruits and vegetables through a juicer, not a smoothie maker. We don't have tea. We don't have coconut water. It is just fruits and vegetables through a juicer for 10 days. 10 days. And during the 10 days, we go live with someone who's healed themselves from something through diet change, through juicing, just to keep you motivated and to know that whatever you're going through physically, because a lot of us need healing. A lot of America is sick. Okay. Juicing is the way. If you want to lose weight, if you want to feel rejuvenated, anything, juicing is the way.
Juicing is the way. By the way, if you haven't signed up yet, sign up to the email list.
Yes.
Because you know social media be tripping sometimes.
They try to hide you.
Right. So sign up to the email list. Just log on to doubledutchaerobics.com. Log on to doubledutchaerobics.com. The prompt will come up. It'll say your name, your email address, and your number. You just fill that in.
Yes.
And sign up to the email list.
Well, you gotta tell them what Double Dutch Aerobics is.
Oh, let me go back. So Double Dutch Aerobics is a 60-minute, 8-step formatted class where we do exercises inside the Double Dutch ropes.
Yes.
We are the only ones in the world doing it, number one. And the studio is located in Atlanta. That's base, home base. 2030 Bolton Road. However, we do certification weekend. We certify teachers around the world. Who are we? We certify teachers around the world, babe. Tell them about certification weekend.
Certification weekend is 18 hours, but more importantly is how you learn how to teach Double Dutch and Double Dutch Aerobics. And so wherever you see Double Dutch Aerobics, that's our formatted workout class, because the class is always led by either ourselves or a certified Double Dutch Aerobics instructor.
Wow, that was good. All right, so look, let's get right into this.
Let's get right into it.
I'm very excited about this. This is a little special.
Oh, very special.
This is my sister from the same Mrs. and Mr.
Hello.
This is my sister. This is my big sister. Yvette Clark. She's been watching us do what we do. So last year we did a 60-day juice cleanse.
Yep.
And she was actually performing in Florida. So we were out there. We brought our juicer,
our
Nama juicer. Wait, did I say Nama? Hold on.
Did you say Nama?
Hold on. Before I even get into it, let's get into that Nama. NamaWell.com. NamaWell.com is where you get that Nama J2. Literally the best juicer on the planet. Ask anybody.
Anybody.
Look, check the comments. People are talking about it. All right. So you can get it with that discount code, Sean Michelle 10.
Yes.
That's SEAN, the right way. Michelle with 2 L's and the number 10. Literally, y'all, the best juice on the planet. But you get 10% off of anything on the website, including the Nama J2. All right, let's get right into it. When I mention Nama, I just go, oh, I get excited.
So he was saying we did a 60-day. And as we tell people, things are not going to be canceled because you're juicing.
Sure not. In fact, more things are going to start happening.
It's going to feel like everything is happening while you're juicing.
Everybody getting married. Everybody having a baby shower. I mean, everything happens during the days you are juicing.
I don't know how many times we actually went on a family trip like that. But it happens to be we went on a family trip during our 60-day juice cleanse. So what we was going to do? Not go? No. So we just brought our juicer with us. So we were juicing while the whole family was eating.
And having a good time.
Having a good old time. We were having a good time too, because it's more than food, guys. And so Yvette was there to witness that. And I guess she saw us doing it as well. Saw us doing a number of juice cleanses.
I know, all right.
But that one was very prevalent because we had to do it on vacation.
All right, look, we're going to bring her in.
We're going to bring her.
Without further ado.
Special guest.
This is my sister from the same Mrs. and Mr. Yvette Clark. Come on with it. That's my sister.
Oh my gosh.
Now, during this interview, I'm going to act like I don't know you.
Okay.
I might act like I know you sometimes.
Just a little.
Just a smidge.
Okay.
But I'm gonna act like.
Okay.
All right. So Yvette.
Like you just wasn't in my house. Okay. Okay.
Yes, Auntie Duty was on. It was beautiful for the past week. And
we gotta pretend. So Yvette seriously has an amazing story.
Yes, she
does. Mean, my sister, well, Yvette has been through it.
Yes, that's my middle name. That's how connected. I'm Michelle Yvette, which is my middle name. And my mama's middle name.
Yvette has been through it. But before we get into all of that, we always like to start with, how was your eating habits before you decided to juice, before you started thinking about going plant-based, before you started doing all of that? What was eating like growing up in the Clark household?
Oh, it was delicious. Honey, we ain't gonna lie, it was delicious. We grew up like everybody else, collard greens and neck bones and ham hocks and mac and cheese, but that wasn't every day. That was always that was holiday time.
Yeah,
we did a lot of rice, we did vegetables, we ate meat, we ate eggs, we had to stand it, we didn't eat horrible, but we didn't eat great, right? Yeah, so that's how we grew up, like most people grow up who don't know the dip. And we've been through on diets, and none of the diets ever told you to stop eating dairy or meat.
Ever.
Right.
I've been on Weight Watchers. I've been on all kinds of stuff. And so nobody ever told you to stop doing that.
Right.
They just told you to have a certain amount or portion of the thing. Yeah. So that's how we grew up. Grew up like everybody else.
Now, so take me to the first time you actually got sick. So we ate the way we ate, and when was the first time it got a little crazy?
Well, actually, the first time I was diagnosed with diabetes, I wasn't sick at all. I was exercising. I was eating smoothies. I cut out red meat. I was doing the Wiz in Houston.
Right.
And I was losing weight, and I was like, I can't be this good at losing weight. And so I came home and I found out that I had diabetes. And so I was like, okay, so now what do I do now that I've already been, right? So I started changing more. And then, you do what you do. You start feeling better. You take your medication. And then you go back to doing what you did before, right?
That's why you start feeling better,
right? Because you took your medication, and you claim that you watching it, and you do. You watch, you watch it go into your mouth. You watch, and then I was fine for a long period of time, and then I got hit again a couple of years later.
So now, not to cut you off, but what year was that, or how long ago was that when you were like?
It's all a fuzz. I block it out. It's traumatic. I don't retain those dates. But I know it was a couple of years later, and the same thing was happening. I was dropping weight crazy, but it always seems like when I'm changing what I'm doing, is when it happens to me, and so I live in the upside down world. Whatever works for somebody else does not work for me. So people are like, well, how could you be eating right? I said, because it's me. Yes, it's me. So I never question why these things happen. I'm just like, it's me. So my last episode, and that's when they put me on insulin for a hot minute, and I got off and went back to metformin. We're gonna so last July around this time, I was in a show, and I felt myself feeling not good. Sophisticated Ladies.
I was gonna say, by the way, my sister's a star. By the way, she does musical theater. She travels.
And I'm
the world.
Also an actress. I do straight plays. Thank you.
Shakespeare and all of that.
Yeah,
right?
all that. So I went to work and I said, I think I need to go to the hospital. And so this is where it gets personal. I'm not a sharer, so I'm about to overshare today.
Okay.
I went to emergency, and they took my sugar, and it was outrageous. And then my body began to fail. And the last thing I remember was the black doctor telling me they were going to take me in a helicopter to somewhere. And I said, I'm not getting in a helicopter. That's pretty much the last thing I remember till 2 days later when I woke up.
You were out for 2 days?
I think I was out for a day and a half, almost 2 days. Right? Mm-hmm. So I'm in ICU, right? Mm. They got IV in me, and so I couldn't tell anybody where I was because my cell phone was dead, and nobody knew where I was after urgent care. My theater included.
Right.
So I get a charger from some nurse and charge my phone, and I'm like, y'all, I'm in the hospital.
Right.
And I had never been hospitalized before for diabetes.
Right.
So I said to myself, self, you getting out of here.
Right.
So a week later, I got out of the hospital because they wouldn't let me out. They put me on. No, that's the first time I got on insulin. My bad. That's the first time I got on insulin was when I went to the hospital.
Right.
I said, I'm getting on for this.
Right.
So I had to go home, leave the show early, which broke my soul, but I had to leave and go home. I was off the insulin in a couple of weeks. So here we go. I'm trying to, do the thing, whatever.
Right.
So January comes around. We do the first cleanse, right?
Yeah.
I do the cleanse. We go to Africa. I'm chilling, right?
Yeah.
I come back home. I'm like, I'm going to get on this grind because I don't want to do this again.
Right.
Finding out that the metformin was no longer working for me. So I'm feeling bad again. So I said, I'm going to see an endocrinologist. This is late March. I go to see the endocrinologist. These MFs tell me my sugar is 513.
Jesus
I said, I'm
Christ.
sorry, what?
Now wait, what is your sugar supposed to be?
It's supposed to be between 85 and like 110, 120.
What?
Damn.
So my A1C was 15.1. I'm gonna let y'all lay on that, right? And it should be 6, between 6 and 7. 15.1. Okay. So I'm sitting in the doctor's office. I said, you know what? I simply cannot. So I leave there with insulin again. So I know the next juice cleanse is coming. And by the way, we have the same color and I'm using a non-majority. This is watermelon, mint, and pineapple. Delicious. It's delicious. It's fantastic. So I go to the endocrinologist.
Mm-hmm.
And I talk to him and I'm like, and they seem really calm. I said, bro, my sugar's 513. And the metformin, he's like, well, we're gonna I said, I'm gonna need you to have a little more urgency in your talk.
I know.
Because
at that point you could stroke.
Yes, you can stroke. But here's the tea. God's always looking out for me. He know that I don't really listen good. He know. So the doctor is getting on my nerves, right? And I'm like, okay, so give me the insulin. I had a fast acting and a short acting. And what fast acting does is you take it every 4 hours. And the long acting is supposed to sustain you throughout the day.
Right.
So we're going to fast forward to April 8th.
Come on.
Second juice cleanse.
So guys, April 8th, if you don't know, that was the second juice cleanse that we had for the year. So we had one January, the one she was talking about. Mm-hmm. Then we had another one in April. And now, of course, we have one going on right now. July. So go ahead.
So do the juice cleanse. I can't take the insulin anymore. After like the first 4 days, I was like, my sugar's too low. I woke up in a sweat at night. My sugar was 50. And I don't know what to do with low sugar. So I had to keep like a juice by the bed so that I was scared to go to sleep.
Right. Because it being that low is just as dangerous as it being that high. Yeah.
Right? So I go to
damn, Yvette.
Get a blood test on April 18th. And April 18th was the last day I took my insulin. And I decided to continue on, and I did 30 days. Now let me just say this to y'all audience, if somebody out there listening. I am not a juicer.
No, she is not.
She is not. It. You understand what I'm saying to you? And so when I left Quest Diagnostics after I took my blood test, and I said, I'm about to do 20 more days. I said, who said that? and how I got through that month was every day I said I'm gonna quit. Every day. But every day I went to the refrigerator and took the first sip of juice. And I was like, well, now you got to finish the day.
Now you got to finish.
So sometimes I'm negative to get to the positive, if that makes sense. I'm like, I'm not doing this no more. Damn it, I'm tired of this damn juice. I ain't juicing no damn more. And I go and get the damn juice and drink the juice. and then it's the next day. So I lost 25 pounds in 30 days.
So I'm gonna stop you there real quick. Don't forget your thought. I want to go back because you got off of your medication. Could you tell them the steps you took to get off of the medication? Because you didn't just stop. I
had to decrease it.
So tell them how you did that.
Okay, so they had me on, I can't remember the dosage now, but I was dropping it down by 5 like every day because I was scared to just stop it because I'd never been in that situation before.
That's right.
So when I woke up on the 18th and my sugar was like 92, I said, I can't take the insulin.
That's right.
So the 19th came and the 20th came and the 21st came. And you and I had a joke. How many days has it been? It's been May, June, July, 3 months.
Since you took your medication. And you've been off your medication in what, 10 days? You said 10 days.
10 days.
From the 8th to the time we did the juice
cleanse.
End of the 18th.
Go ahead, you go.
By the end of the 18th, you got off your medication. Now let me ask you a question. Whew. What made you say that it was the juicing that was working? Like, what was your sign that because you did juice before, right?
And yes.
Yes. So what made you say it has to be the juicing?
Because it couldn't have been nothing else.
Right.
It just it made sense.
Right.
I wasn't eating anything. The last time I juiced, I did not know how bad I was.
That's right.
You see? And so when I found out how bad I was, I said, Lord, I've been walking around here like a ticking time bomb.
That's most people. We talk about that all the time. We're just so used to just moving through the day.
Pressing on.
Pressing on. Sick, just stressed out, depressed.
I'm gonna say the melanin blessed, we always just press on.
Yeah, right? It's true.
We don't really know how to do self-care.
Because part of the reason is we don't think we deserve it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And nobody told us that we could.
Right.
But I don't want to stray from that just yet. I'm gonna give y'all some life lessons in a minute. But
keep going.
But I lost 25 pounds in 30 days.
And
in that process, I started to walk. And when I started to walk, I could only walk 20 minutes. But I walked every day. And at this present juncture, as of this morning,
come on,
I've walked between 4 and 5 miles every day. So
sometimes
today I did 4.62 miles in an hour and 40 minutes. Don't play with me. Don't ever play with me.
As you drink your juice.
Don't ever play with me. It's not right. And right before this, me and mommy did a little standing ab workout.
Yes.
And then I took my sugar on purpose an hour before. And I want to tell y'all, my sugar was 100.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm going to backtrack a little bit.
Yeah.
So I took another blood test in May.
Oh, tell them. You better tell them.
To see the endocrinologist. And my A1C had dropped to 8.7.
From 15.1.
8.7 in 3-4 weeks. 3
yeah.
weeks. Yeah. 8.7.
It could have been sooner because your appointment was later.
I just didn't know. So,
right.
I go to the doctor. This is a good story, y'all. I go to the doctor. I'm still juicing. I'm on my last 4 days, so I'm a little aggy. Okay, so
we know.
Okay,
we know.
So I go to the doctor. I got my juices because you can't be without the juices. And I had walked to the doctor. I walked 1.5 miles to get to the doctor's office at this point. So I go to the doctor. I'm sitting there waiting, and he says to me, I say to him, his machine said my sugar was 175. I took my machine on purpose. I said, the devil is a liar. That's not my sugar.
That's not. And I
took my machine out and I took my sugar and it was 120. I said, now, I don't know what's going on with your machine. I said, but 55 points is a huge difference. If we had met in the middle somewhere, I'd have been like, well, that's possible.
Right.
I don't believe you. So I said to him, I said, what's my A1C? He said 8.7. I said, then that reading ain't right.
That's right.
It ain't right.
It can't be right.
It can't be right. So I didn't even stress about it. So I said to him, I said, I've been juicing to help myself heal. He says, well, with the juice, and I said, freeze. I've never told a doctor that. I said, I said, I'm not buying into that. So he also told me that
he's going to tell you nothing. He's going to tell you to
He
stop
said,
juicing.
well, with the juice, and I said, I don't buy into that. Because I'm sitting here with my sugar from 513 to 120.
Right.
And I'm telling you, I don't take no insulin.
Right.
What's your thought process, Boo Kitty? So I also found out because of my diabetes, it affects your kidneys. So I have CKD, which is chronic kidney disease. And so I acquiesced and told him I would take the Farxiga, which is the pills for kidneys. So I really have to get on the strength of really working on getting off the Farxiga.
That's right.
But I have so many plates to spin. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Come on.
That I'm like, okay, so I got the sugar.
Tell them what you want to tell them.
The pressure's still giving me some stuff.
Yeah.
And then I got the kidney thing. And then, but you know what's healing? I used to have problems with my dry skin on my feet, that my feet would crack, and I had to get pedicures as like therapeutic. It wasn't about being cute.
Right.
One day I picked up my foot to put Vaseline and my feet had healed. And I wasn't paying attention to that. Right? And it was like, it'll be dark marks on the bottom of my feet because you hear, and so the ball of your foot, so it constantly split open and never is.
Yeah.
And I was like, my foot had healed and I wasn't even paying attention. My skin is glowing, right?
Glowing, honey.
It's a little Vaseline on there, but people always ask me, people are asking me, like, what makeup I use. I was like, Vaseline right now. Right now. And my nails are getting healthy, and my it's just my knees with my arthritis is better. So it's like it's so many little things that it starts to work on.
That's what we're just talking about.
I can try to tackle the big giant things that I have. I've been on pressure medication since I was 24 years old. Ooh. And so I have to give myself grace.
That's right.
And really, this is the longest I have maintained a weight in my life. After I got off the juice cleanse, I was 201. I went to 208, and I've been between 203 and 205 ever since. I have not passed that, and I have not gone underneath it either. But on tomorrow, Jesus, we're going to see what happens. But yeah, so it's been a journey. Some days I don't like it. Other days I'm okay. Like, I don't really have, I'm not a sweets person anyway, so I don't crave none of that. I crave food, right? Yeah. I'm a giant foodie. And so I'm like, but I haven't had a lot of cravings, recently. But I think about on my walks, I think about the why, right?
That's right.
When I'm sweating outside in 97-degree heat and 82% humidity, and people think I'm like, I'm crazy, but I'm going outside. I go outside if it's gonna rain. I walk till it rain. It's the why, right? And I have a goal to get to, and I'm like, I can't stop this juice until I'm 187. So whenever that happens, that's when I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop the juice fast because that's my goal, and I want to get to that place so that when I gain the 8 pounds, I'm still under 200. Because I don't want to be there anymore, right? So, yeah, I'm what's most not impressive to me. That's not the word, but what makes me most happy is when people ask me what I'm doing, because any lifestyle change, like when you get saved at church.
That's right.
When you go on the diet,
that's right.
Everybody gotta watch you to see if you really gonna do it.
Right.
Or if you really gonna, stick to what you're doing. But I never told anybody what I was doing. I just came to work. I work in a bar and I work at night. So I stopped drinking as well. And so I went to work and I said, "Can you put these on ice for me?" And they were like, "What is that?" I said, "These are my juices." "Oh, you juicing? Are you eating?" "No, just this." And they're like, "Okay." But when the change began to happen, people are like, "I don't know how you did that for a month." I said, "Me either."
But you had to.
But I had to.
That's right.
I tell somebody all the time, I said, you do what you have to. And if you ain't at bottom, then this ain't for you. Right? And so I don't try to convince people or sell a juice fast or sell the anonymous. I do throw y'all code up on people's websites sometimes. But
Thank you,
I need y'all to get a couple of dollars. But I don't share unless you ask.
That's right.
And sometimes people look at me and don't know why I look different. They just say, "You look different." Not that you weren't beautiful before. I said, "You don't have to give me a backhanded compliment. You can say I'm beautiful today."
Right.
I don't need you to say I always look. I know today. That's good. Thank you. Thank you so much.
That's right.
I have this one guy at my bar who hugs me. He said, "Every time I hug you, it's less and less of you." I said, "Praise Jesus." Praise Jesus. But I mean, this is not the first time I faced my own mortality. So third time is not a charm.
That's right.
Every other situation was something different, but it's not a charm, right? So I can control this. The other two I couldn't, but I can control this. So I'm doing my level best to control this, because that's pretty much all I can do.
When was the moment you decided to do the first juice cleanse? Like, what was it? Was it seeing Sean doing 60 days? Was it a movie? Was it someone's testimonial? Like, when did you go, "You know what? I'm gonna do 10 days"? Because were you always open to doing a juice cleanse? Like, when did that decision shift? I'm going to do 10 days.
I've done them before with you all, but we always made juice that we didn't like. But then we decided, well, Sean said we doing jumping juice 10,000 and y'all should do it. That's what he said. And we said, okay. And so I was open to it because I was in my mindset to try to change. Right?
That's right.
So we were amiable to it because we had done it before. We had been vegan before. So we weren't new to any of this. I just have not delved in as deep as I am now.
No.
Before. I've never been this deep. I'm a beast right now.
I know you on another level right now. It's like, I remember I think it was, I don't know, before the first juice cleanse, we had a talk. And I was like, "Yvette,
yeah,
we got, I'm the youngest. I'm the youngest of three. And
like math.
Like money math. And sometimes the dynamic
changes.
It comes into play with the way I have to talk to you, because you're my big sister.
Right.
So coming to you saying, "Yvette, we got to change something. You got to do this juice cleanse." That was hard for me. Because I was like,
and I was receptive.
And you were like,
you said, I was like, "Let's do it."
Yep. That is very true. She was like, "Okay, you're right.
Let's do it."
It's something.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm out of breath. Yeah. Yeah, so I just appreciated that because I always think about y'all. I want to get emotional, but I always think about y'all because I know what y'all are going through. And here we are helping so many people, and my family is suffering. So the fact that you guys, all of you, are doing the juice cleanse, you and mommy, doing all of the juice cleanses, that was so exciting for me.
Every single one. My intention was not to do this one because I did 30 days prior to it, and it seemed too close.
Yeah.
Right. And
when it's too close, you be like, I don't know.
I don't know. It's close, bro. I finished on May 28th or whatever. I was like, bro, it's too close. But I said, no, I can do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead on and do it.
And now you be like, well, I think I'm just probably go on past the 10 days. Go on, 10 days.
I'm probably gonna do.
Who is talking to me?
I don't know who this woman is.
I can't believe it. Like the way you're talking, you're like,
I'm gonna go to 14.
I'm gonna go till I get to that 187.
Yeah.
How long is that?
I don't know.
So what about mental clarity or anything emotional or spiritual? Did any of that happen to you while you were juicing? Like, did you feel any kind of different in relation to how you felt when you were not juicing? Does that make sense?
Yes. I have to say that I am more in tune with what my body is saying.
Mm-hmm.
I actually take the time to listen to it. I'm
That's
still batshit crazy, but my memory ain't really doing well. But more juice. But I can only remember scripts and songs. But yeah, I have more. I'm very proud of myself.
Me too. I'm proud of you.
And that's something that seems weird to me to say that out loud.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm proud of myself because I did a 180 in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, 100%.
And not looking to go back. Like you always say, I'm gonna get to this point and then I'm gonna go, I'm gonna do a little something. I'm not doing nothing. Now once a month I'm gonna do something.
Yeah.
I don't want to discourage people, but but I'm proud to be in this place because last year this time, and I will get emotional, I did not know where I was.
Woo.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
And I was by myself. And that was crazy to me. And I was like, Yvette Monique Clark, this is it. This is it.
As you take your sip.
Mm-hmm. And then I got well. This is how strong I am.
Yeah.
The show you came to see, I went to Florida in September to go to rehearsal. And I played Hattie McDaniel. And I was like, yep, I got to go back to work. 2 months later, I was on my feet. I don't know if I was all the way well, but I was on that stage.
And that's the thing, you just keep going.
You keep pushing through.
You just keep pushing through.
Yeah.
And the thing is, and the thing is, it's just like you said. Well, you said so much this whole time. I'm trying to but the thing is how you made a 180 so fast. The thing is, you do not have to suffer. You can change just like that.
Just like, one of my favorite quotes, change is not a matter of ability, but a matter of reason. Your reason.
What's your reason?
What's your reason?
What's your why, baby?
I didn't want to die.
And that's it.
Yep.
When your why is big enough, you can do anything. I was just talking to people.
We can change.
You can change.
We can change, literally.
Too soon. Right. So,
and then also what you said before, like you were talking about how, you were trying to heal your diabetes and high blood pressure, but your feet started getting better. This is exactly what I was talking about.
My varicose veins are going away. Stop it.
That is the power of juicing.
And that's the side effect. So there's side effects to medication.
Yes.
The side effects to
juice.
It's healing
you start juicing because you're trying to heal something huge. And then all of a sudden you see that your neck, well, my hand coming back, but my nails look good. Right? My feet ain't cracking. And my knees ain't cracking. Like it's just, yeah.
And just like I said yesterday, medicine has the adverse effect.
Yes.
So you take your medicine for your diabetes, but it's destroying your kidneys.
Right.
And then you need medication for your kidneys.
Yes.
So now, it's like this trickling effect.
Yeah. In the opposite direction.
Yeah. And that's why I won't take statins. I won't take cholesterol medication. It makes my doctor crazy. Because no matter what you tell me, I know statins make your sugar go up. So if you take the statin, then you got to take more sugar medication. Then you got to take more pressure medication. And it's just a vicious cycle. So I say, I'm going to sit here till I work this cholesterol down because I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Devil is a lie. I'm not doing it. So when I go, I have to go. I think I'm going to go August or early September and get another series and see what is happening now. Yeah. Yeah.
And I want people to hear.
This is so good. I'm thinking about so much. This is so good.
Go ahead, Michelle.
I also want people to hear that you made a decision.
That's it.
Like sometimes, you go, well, what if da-da-da-da? But once you make a decision, then that's really it.
That's the key to anything in life. That's what I was saying. I was talking to Petey about that today, my brother. It's like once you make the decision in your mind, you can literally do anything. Like even outside of juicing and outside of healing, once you make the decision, because it's not about how smart you are, it's not about how in shape you are, it's not about any of those things.
Right.
It's just about making the decision to get whatever you want.
And you made the decision, and this is always the case.
I love that.
You make the decision before you know exactly what the plan is. Meaning, you said you were in the hospital, and you said, "I'm getting out of here."
Oh, that's it.
Like that's
you know,
the doctors might have said something. Somebody must. It doesn't matter. You and God
getting out of here.
You said, "I'm getting out of here." And so, with that decision, the stuff starts to. And then you're open to doing everything. And then 10 days is easy. And then 30 days is like, well, I have to do this because you made the decision that you don't want to live like this. And so, it's a decision. Before everything is perfectly, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Made the decision.
I also want to say that vanity is also very helpful. I don't want things looking crazy. So I
I like losing weight.
Yeah, no crazy things. Yeah.
This is so good. This is so good, Yvette. And I know I keep going back, but I just want to keep reiterating things because, like I always say, Michelle and we're like inundated with so much information, right? With people healing themselves, right? And once that happened, it literally starts changing your views on how healing is supposed to be.
Right.
And so that's why I keep going back to like how you stop taking insulin. When I saw you take your insulin, I came to New York.
I made you watch.
And you stuck yourself in the stomach. In my brain, I was like, oh my God, that is just way too far. It's like, we got to stop this.
I agree.
Right? And so you went from that 10 days later, 10 days after doing not even 2 weeks, not 14 days. 10 days. You healed. Well, you reversed.
I reversed.
You reversed your diabetes after suffering for about, I'm going to say at least 5 or 6 years, at least
7 or 8.
About 7 or 8 years. And like Michelle always says, the body is so what, Michelle?
The body is so forgiving.
Tell them.
The body is so forgiving. We could be, acting crazy, eating anything, just eating bad. And then we just make it 10 days. It's just like, God is really nice. They give us a body that's so forgiving.
Yeah. And I want to say to whoever's listening, figure out what makes you tick. Figure out what will make you stay in a place of not suffering. I went down a rabbit hole of watching people who healed. I don't remember no names. I can't tell you where they was. I just picked healing naturally, and things popped up, and I just watched various things and scrolled through videos, and I was like, well, if they can do it, so can I.
That's it.
This is regular people. This is not, not celebrities, not superstars, just regular people.
Regular people.
Sick and tired of being sick and tired.
That's it.
That's it. And if you haven't hit that yet, I have to tell you, this might not be your journey, because you ain't where you feel like, and hopefully we learn as a people to do this before we hit rock bottom.
Right. That's right.
To do this before, you got tubes up your nose and you in ICU.
Yes.
Can we do this before that happens? But if that is not the case, right? Some people still don't do it even after that happens.
That's the truth.
I've become hyper aware and hypersensitive.
That's right.
To watching people in the street, and I'm like, baby, you ain't got to be on that cane.
You don't have to do it.
You don't have to scoot yourself on this walker. You don't have to. I'm like, oh, Lord have mercy. Because I always say, like, those are the people I think that they just can't wait to get home to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I know that life, because I'm speaking from experience. I ain't telling this because I'm trying to talk about somebody. I've reached the highest I've ever been. I was talking to Sean when I was living in Maryland, was 281 pounds. I was a biscuit away from 300 pounds. So I know what I'm saying. Yeah. I couldn't wait to get home to go get something to eat. Right?
Yeah, that's right.
And so I watch people and I'm just like, oh, baby, I can't get on this soapbox because I'm still new to this. So how can I tell you, right? I'm still fresh. I'm still a newbie, but I feel like I just want to say you ain't got to be like this. And I watch your shopping cart and I'm like, you rolling around here with death in your cart.
Wasn't that just the thing? What was it? Just the skit.
There was a skit. Just what I was telling.
A guy did a skit at the family barbecue, and he said, "Oh, this diabetes tastes good. Oh, what's that on the grill? Cancer?
Yeah.
Oh, you put your foot in the stroke, honey."
That was hilarious.
It was hilarious. He's like, "Oh, what's that gout? Oh, give me some of that gout."
Yeah.
Like because that's what it is. We've just been conditioned, and we're not silly. We're not stupid. We've just been conditioned. And so for me, I feel like a lot of us don't know. Like sometimes I feel like we literally don't know.
Yeah. Well, we've been conditioned all of our lives.
What I think is that we don't want to know. Because got to know that Blue Hawaiian Punch as a grown-up is not good for you.
No, I don't think you know. I'm going to tell you why.
We just spoke about that yesterday.
I'm going to tell you why. I promise I don't think you know. So we have been conditioned the opposite way. And I feel like when I'm on a juice cleanse, I always see it more. So you might hear somebody say they healed, right? But you're going to be like, okay. You healed? Yeah, fair. You don't know how many times you've heard it till you actually believed it.
That's
right. Heard it while I was still eating the pork, while I was at the Waffle House. I heard somebody say, I heard about you looking a little extra special. I didn't know why. Well, I didn't know why. I knew that she was vegan, but I was like, oh, she eat grass. She crazy, right? But again, that was already implanted. Do you understand? They implanted in us the opposite way so much.
So much.
Sean and I realized that when we come to New York and watch regular TV, we even go, oh my God, everything is
so many commercials.
No,
right? We don't watch that at home.
It's the
we
food.
Don't watch that at home.
It's the food commercials and the medicine commercials.
Right behind each other.
Right back.
Now the medicine commercials wear me out because
I know.
Because by the time they finish telling you the side effects, I don't even know what the hell the medication was for. I said, well, what was that for? By the time they say, if you pregnant, if you breathing, if you orange, by the time they finish that, I'm like, I don't even know what this is for.
But the brain says it takes like 30 times to actually hear something. You've heard the opposite 9 million times.
Yes.
And you heard somebody say they healed once, twice. So the reason why I feel like your voice is important and our voices is important because we could be that person's 30th time.
Yeah.
and then that could be the time. But they silence the voices on purpose.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So I don't think some people don't know.
They don't.
They really don't.
I'm actually I feel like I'm a walking testimony, but when I watch people cards, I'm like, y'all ain't got no kids. Why is all of this in your car? We never ate like that. We, as growing up, we didn't do junk food. We weren't junk food kids.
No,
and so we never had Blue Hawaiian Punch, and we never had all that crazy stuff because we just never had it. And so when I watch it, I'm like, how do we get so bad that this is the thing that you should be eating as a grown up? Like, you could expect a little kid that wants some Blue Hawaiian Punch, but you grown.
I know.
Like, what's happening?
We talking to some grown ups yesterday.
I would love for Sprite, even a Coke, but Jesus, not Blue Hawaiian Punch. I'm gonna get off that because they might sue me, so I'm gonna stop talking about them. But I don't know. I always say I never put a time period on what I do in my life. So I never say this is gonna be forever. I say I need to get through today.
That's right.
And every day is a different type of day. I feel different every day. So I'm gonna get through today. So everybody out there, sometimes juicing sucks. But it doesn't suck as bad as if you don't juice.
That's right. That's right.
You may be annoyed. You may be like, I'm tired of drinking this. If you juice fast and you go over to 10 days, fabulous. If you do 5 days, fabulous. If you do 60 days, fabulous. But some days it's gonna suck.
That's right.
Don't let nobody tell you different. Now, if you find all the joy,
perfect. Because
you crazy.
That's a different experience for different people. Some people
some people love it. Some people have bad days and good days. Some people have more good than whatever the case is.
But it always does good for you. It is always good for you.
For me,
just keep talking yourself through it.
Yeah, just talk yourself. That's right.
My first day, my head, Sean, be on cloud 12.
Good.
I had a headache this time.
Like
I had a headache the first 2 days. I had a headache.
The first 2 days, Michelle was knocked out.
First day, I was fainting.
She was waking up, knocking up. Waking up.
The first fast in January was easy because I slept through all of it.
I know.
I woke up, drank a juice, went back to sleep. Now the second juice I didn't have the sleepies, and this one I don't have the sleepies. So I guess I'm better now because I'm not only that I'm juicing, but I'm also eating better than I did before. Yeah. So I don't have the sleepies, but I slept the first 10 days.
Let me tell them to type their questions now because they're gonna be off.
Okay, yeah. So
if you have any questions on IG, I'm
gonna put it here.
Type it now, guys, and then we'll ask you.
Yvette, your diet, how has that changed? What do you eat? How are you eating nowadays?
No meat, no dairy.
Huh?
The devil. Dairy is the devil.
But I'm gonna have to back up on some of that processed food, but Impossible Meat is delicious. If you know how to cook. But yeah, I'm plant-based 99% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's true.
So
those
whatever it is, like we made some fabulous things.
I was gonna say those meals you making, Lord have mercy.
Fabulous things. I mean, if they follow me on the Fate book and you see my red pot, honey, it's something in there. It's something in there. That I made the vegan cheeseburger bake that you had when you were at the house, and it's one of my favorites. So I just changed the way that I eat.
That's right.
And everything is plant-based. This time I really have to focus on eating more raw vegetables as opposed to cooked. I'm a work in progress, not perfection. But yeah, I just completely was like, ooh, we're done.
All right, somebody has a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
They said, what type of juices are you drinking? Is there anything specific?
I drink green juice to help my kidneys. But I do have to put some apple in it. I'm not Jesus. I have to put some apple in it. But I drink fruit juices, and I don't limit myself to fruit juices, I guess.
Yeah.
When your body learns to adjust, it will adjust. Some people have different affect them differently. I'm okay with drinking fruit juice all day. Mm-hmm. My sugar's okay with that. But right now I have a watermelon pineapple mint juice.
Ooh,
but my favorite juice of all time is beet, carrot, apple. Beet, carrot, apple is the champagne of juices.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say this because this is really important. This is what I mean by we don't know. I actually had someone say this to me recently. They thought they couldn't juice because they had asthma and high blood pressure.
I also have asthma. I also was an asthmatic that was hospitalized as a young person. I haven't been in the hospital for asthma in I don't know.
Yeah.
But those are reasons to juice.
That's the reason to juice.
Those are reasons, but they think it's why they can't juice.
But when I was detoxing the first time because my body was so out of whack, my asthma flared up. And that happens sometimes when I was seeing a nutritionist years ago, I had to go to emergency every night because I was bringing up all the stuff in my body. Right. So when it levels out, you'll be fine because you might have issues with your allergies and your asthma when you detox because it's bringing everything
up. Yes. That's right, Yvette.
Yes. Yeah. And that's why we tell people it's a moment and you do have to push through, but the juice is not hurting you.
It's not hurting you. The food is hurting you.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Don't go, oh my God, I can't juice. Let me go back to eating the mucus. No. You can't do that. You can't do that. Another question, Yvette. So when you were reversing your diabetes, how often did you test daily?
I tested 4 times a day.
Ooh, okay.
4 times a day. That was a great question.
Somebody say, Yvette, you're an inspiration.
Thank you.
Oh, somebody said it's called the ABC juice. Apples, beets, and carrots.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Carrots. I didn't know that either. That's a nice way to say it.
Yeah, somebody just said that.
What kind of apples did you use?
I used Gala, and I love what's the apple that you eat all the time? What's the apple?
Honeycrisp.
Honeycrisp, baby.
Girl, that
That's like an apple pie, baby. Galas and Honeycrisp.
All right, guys, it's gonna cut us off on Instagram in 5 minutes.
Okay, so before we do that, because we're gonna try to end the stream in 5 minutes.
Do you want to call your kids down now?
No, not yet. Okay. We're gonna play a quick game.
Okay.
You ready?
No, but go ahead.
So the game is I'm gonna put a picture up, and you're gonna tell me what was going on at that time very quickly. Okay.
You got pictures of us? Oh, Jesus.
All right, here we go.
Go ahead now. I might
not
know, but go ahead.
My sister is an actress.
Yes, she is.
Musical theater. She's toured around the world.
We saw her in Paris too. We went to Paris.
We saw her in Paris.
That's right. You came to Paris.
That was our first international trip.
Okay. Here's the first picture.
Okay. Oh my God. No, you did pull that shit off the internet. Motormouth, Maybell, and Hairspray, and that was in 2006 through 7.
That was the world tour, right?
No, that was the national tour.
National. Okay. All right.
My God. Oh my God. That's so devastating to me. Gun and Powder in Washington, D.C. in about 3 years ago.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
All right.
Honey, we ruled that show. Trouble in Mind. That was my first starring role. I was the lead of that play.
You were great.
I was in.
Where was it?
That's when I was losing weight when I had the sugar problem again, right there in Utah. I was walking 5 miles 5 times a week, and they had to take my costumes in 3 times during that run.
All right, that was it.
That was it.
That was fun.
That was fun,
right? All right, so if you guys have any more questions, yeah, you can call the kids. If you guys have any more questions at this point,
quick guys,
you can email us at doubledutchaerobics.com, and then we'll pass it on to Yvette. Well, Yvette, what's your what do you call it? Your
Instagram.
Instagram. Sorry.
Come say goodnight.
I'm doing a lot of
Diva of the Demic.
Come on. Hold on.
Auntie. Hi, baby.
Hi, Auntie.
I was the guest tonight. I just saw all of y'all.
Wait, hold on. Diva.
Auntie, why are you here?
All right, hold on. Did I spell it right?
Where's the baby?
DIVA of the demic. Yes. That's
Okay.
me.
Hold on, Felix, hold on. Let me get.
All right, hold on. Let me
the thing back up.
This is how we end every show, buddy.
With the kids.
Come on in.
Wrangle them in. Hi, Sean Jr.
Good night.
Good night.
Daddy. Good night.
Yvette, you're getting a lot of thank yous. Very encouraging.
Oh,
A lot.
Good night.
that means a lot.
See your face.
They can't see. Hold on. Let me.
There you go.
Good night.
Come in the front.
Good night.
Good night.
What do you say, Fee?
Don't scream. What do you say, Fee?
Good night.
No.
See you later, alligator. Who else I did not
There you
time anymore?
There it is.
Good night, now.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Yvette, my sister, for joining us.
We love you.
We love you. We had a good time.
Yes.
Listen, we will see you guys tomorrow at 8 p.m.
Yes.
Same time, same
bat channel.
That's right.
What do you say?
What do you tell them to do, Maverick?
Right as a front of video.
Like and subscribe to the video. That's correct. Y'all go ahead. Listen. Sign up to our email list at doubledutchaerobics.com. doubledutchaerobics.com so that you can get the emails.
Yes.
Just in case social doesn't get the information to you, we will get it to you via email. Let me see. I'm just trying to look over this real quick. Awesome. But good night. Okay. Thanks so much for sharing. A lot of people are thanking you so much for sharing, Yvette.
Thank you, Yvette.
They're loving it. Keep up the good work, Yvette. Thanks for sharing. Such a blessing. Good night, sweet babies. That's our kids. When can we watch this again? We're gonna post it after this, I believe. It should be up. If not, it'll be sometime today or tomorrow. Good night, guys. Thank you, Yvette. Thank you for sharing. These are all different. Awesome testimony. Okay. What was the shampoo juice that the champagne juice that Yvette makes?
Apples, beet, carrots. I call it the champagne juice.
Hey, Norm.
That's my favorite.
Norman's there.
Where? No, hi, Norman.
Okay. I'm just trying to get everybody. Do you test? Okay. We got those. Yes, Lord.
Norman.
Yeah, he said your cooking is the bomb, Norman.
Yes, it is.
RJ said she got the sleepies too.
Yeah.
That first day I was passing out. But today is day 3 and I feel better. Thank you, Jesus.
Somebody said generational habits. That is correct.
I did my 5:30 a.m. workout this morning.
Generational habits, yeah.
Rolling around with death in your cart. Somebody quoted that.
Yeah.
That's a bar.
Yes.
That is a bar. Not a biscuit away. I said, not a biscuit away.
Yes, a biscuit away from 300 pounds. Yes, I was.
I was 240-something when I was pregnant.
Are you buying
getting on the scale?
Sorry, Yvette. Are you buying organic fruits and vegetables?
No.
No, me neither.
I don't know if them people lying or not.
I know. I say that all the time. Let's see. She did a straight 30. Yes. So she started off doing the 10-day and just
went right through.
Just kept going.
Did 10 days.
Somebody said I joined in late. Did she do 10 days or 30 days? And 30 days? No, she just did 30 days. So she did 10 and then she decided to do 20 more.
Yes.
That equals 30.
And she did that in May and she's doing it again with us. She's on day 3.
My mommy's watching. By the way, he says, by the way, I'm Yvette's mom. You're also my mother too, Mom. Lord have mercy. And so on and so on. All right, so look, listen. People really like this one. This was a good one. I mean, they're all good.
Thank you.
But yeah, they love it. Okay. See you guys tomorrow for real.
See.
Sign up. If you come in, you could come in late on the Jumping Juice 10,000.
Yeah.
You know, you can start, you can do 7 days instead of 10.
Or you could start and continue on past when everybody else is finished.
Yes, 10.
All right.
Do your 10.
Do your 10. All right. See y'all later. Goodbye. Arrivederci.
Good night.
Arrivederci. Hasta luego. Adiós.
Adios.